Hello, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever you are. Um, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to another Tuesday talk. And the topic for today is failing the networking game. And I'm going to explain how to avoid that. If you have been here with me and in previous Tuesday talks, welcome back. And if it's the first time, welcome, welcome. I always talk about topics that are related to higher profile roles, or if you are currently on the higher profile roles, is with exiting and transitioning out and doing higher impact type of work. The work that we do for the first group is to position you as a senior manager, leader. And the work that we do for the second group is monetizing your know how. So this topic is close to my heart. And the reason for that, a girl that her background is technology and business transformation, doing executive career coaching, is because I believe our corporate construct needs to change. And for that, we need to develop a different types of leaders. And I have seen throughout my career so many times a lot of great people that they are heart behind a movement or brain behind an idea, but they never get to higher profile roles. And I was always wondered why. So, in an effort to answer that for myself, many, many years ago, I studied a lot, I observed a lot, I researched a lot, and I started to just practice and teach and talk to people about it. And I was always the one that reviews the resumes, always prepare people for interviews. I was the person that I always was interested as who is doing what, and everyone was coming to me, and it was really rewarding to see that they can negotiate something better for themselves. And that's what I decided to do. So Tuesday talks are just the natural progression after those type of conversations that were happening all the time. And then the back of that was Executive Elevate program. One part of the program is about networking, and it was because I have seen so many great people that they are having roles that they are internal looking, and they're not salespeople, they're not partnership management, they're not in procurement talking to vendors. So they're always looking inside the organization, and they've never had exposure to external world. And it's not because they're not good at it, because in fact they were really focused inside and doing a fantastic job. But hey, what's happening outside? So, and it was interesting. It just this is a common scenario for mid-level and both senior as well, which is even more interesting. So, one of the reasons that we fail at game of networking is that we don't see it as a strategic game. So chess, being in a strategic game, is made of a lot of little small moves that individually they don't mean anything. But once they're done in a certain way, Queen's Gambit, you will get to a specific outcome that you want. So what is the reason that some people don't see it as a strategic game and they think, oh, I'm doing a good job, then I'll come out and look at what is out there? It's because they will say, oh, right now I have young kids, or right now I have a large, heavy program that I need to focus on, or my personal health is not there, so I need to focus on my personal health. Or there are some other circumstances that they consider as a stopper for doing anything to do with networking. All of those reasons are valid. And of course, we all have something that we need to always work with in conjunction with our day, no, as well as our day job. But my point is this: networking and knowing what other opportunities are out there is part of the job. It's just a different way of doing it. It's a small movement, a strategic move all the way throughout your career, inside, outside. The second reason that people fail in this game, and I call it game, but not in a bad way, I just mean something that is fun and needs to happen, and you can potentially enjoy it, is that they don't know that there's blueprints and methods for it, and there are actually people that are really good at it. It's just we don't see it. We are really good for project management, delivery, data modeling, product design, risk framework, go-to-market strategy. We are fantastic at those ones. And we know that there's always frameworks, best practices, measures, and all of that. So why don't we look for blueprints and frameworks that are needed for networking? And here's the thing. Everyone says to me, oh, I hate going to the event after hours. It's just forcing awkward conversation. I get it, but that's not the only way of doing it. So just consider there are other methods and blueprints and frameworks and way of going about it. Forget those big words. There's other ways of going about it. And the third one that is very important and why people fail is that they might see that there's a way of doing it, but it's like, but that's not for me. That's not how I operate. So they don't know that how to make it yours, how to make it work for you. And here are the phrases that I hear. English is not my first language. I'm new here. I don't know anyone. I don't know who to talk to or who to connect to. I'm an introvert. This is one of the most common questions or objections or excuses or thought process, let's say, that people share with me. I'm an introvert. All right, well, I get it. So you need to know how to do networking if you are an introvert. That's simple. We just change the question and we'll find a different answer for it. My point is finding a way that it works for you. So if I want to flip this as, excuse me, flip that, not seeing it as a strategic game, see a lot of micro actions throughout years that will get you to where you want. That's number one. Number two, I don't have frameworks. Look at all the salespeople. Look at all the networking games and structures and designs and all of those beautiful stuff that just says how people are connected to each other. And then the third one, see how it can work for you. I give you an example of myself because it is odd. I teach networking, I'm sitting in front of you and I'm saying that it's part of your job and what you want in order to get to your career and professional goals. And I have to tell you that I go to very little seminars or large events or any of those conferences. I just don't get any joy out of them. And the return on investment of time and effort and tickets and all that is not that much. So I probably can confess in public that there are some really large events in Australia where I live that they are specific to my industry. And I have not been to any of them. But I do know a lot of people in my network. It's just because large conferences are not for me. Simple. So you got to find a way that works for you and gives you the best towards, it's best move for you towards your goal. So the 3 points, 3 concepts, and what I want you to do today, apart from joining my workshop, which is this Thursday, that I'll teach all of this stuff, is that you start looking at how much time am I truly spending on building connections and relationships that I need to. That's it. Awareness is the first step. After that, you're well You're super capable of executing and deciding what needs to be done. But right now, what I want you to think about is, how much do I really spend on this? And look at last 2 quarters or since the beginning of the year, and just get really real with yourself. All right. Of course, this Thursday, I am running a workshop that I specifically teach this networking, big picture, playing long game, and understanding what needs to be done and how professional networkers do that. Because I personally had to learn it. Remember, I was a software engineer and I moved to Australia, so I didn't have any network here. And people that I work with and my clients, my students, let's say they're not social butterflies. All right. And they are super busy with young kids, heavy programs, and large responsibilities at work. So everyone has all of those list of things that they need to manage. But if we see it as a strategic part of what we do, then there's a way. And I would love to bring that to you. All right, my friend, that's all I wanted to share with you for this Tuesday. And I will be seeing you either this Thursday on the workshop or next week, same time, same place, and differently a different topic. See ya.